How's it? Today is Monday, November 23rd, and I have some redemption snatches today, and then a change up in the snatch program. So last week, as a recap, I was at 24 Hour Fitness before the whole purple got reinstated, and I was up to 200 pounds on the hang snatch doubles, but I think I only did one double, and I failed 7 other times on the double, so I might have hit a total of 10 reps or so overall, but I was trying to get 5 doubles, and like I said, I only hit one, and it was terrible. I hated everything. Everything was so incredibly close, and I think that I just, I don't know, I was kind of demoralized last week, and it was not just the snatches that were bad. The next day, squats were bad, and then the next day, power cleans were bad. So last week was just a all over down week. And so today I came back with trying to do 90 kilos, which is not quite 200 pounds. It's like 198 pounds. But I think today was a lot better. It felt so much better overall. Like these warm ups, they look even better, like just as far as snappiness goes and positioning. This one was not very good for 60, but even the 40, which normally is not, it's not the heaviest, and it's not something I really have to think about, but it felt like I was snatching properly. Um, Aside from that, I got some exciting changes in the program because I am no longer doing the panda pulls, Chinese pulls, whatever you want to call them. I'm no longer doing those, and I'm no longer doing the 6 second eccentric snatch deadlift. So in place of those, I'm doing floating snatch pulls and position holds, respectively. So those 80s were not the best placement, but they were okay. Here's my first set. I actually failed this first rep, but I kind of regroup. I regroup during the set, and I make the second rep, and then I go on to reattempt this set. I was thinking about redoing that first set, or first rep. But yeah, I go on to redo that set, and so I ended up doing, instead of just 3 doubles today, I ended up doing 3 doubles and a single, so 7 total reps. So me doing this second set, second attempt at 2 is already better than last week. It took me, I think, 5 tries to get one set last week. So some things that I was focusing on was kind of curling my wrists a little bit more. Steve was mentioning that when I talked to him earlier today, to curl my wrists. And then also last week he was mentioning that whenever I feel tired, here's my final set. This snatch right here is probably one of the better ones I've done. And then this second one here on my right foot, you can't really see it, but I am on my toe on my right foot, like my heel's off the ground. But yeah, I'm like pretty happy with how that went. It's a lot better than last week. And so Steve was mentioning that whenever I'm tired or whenever the weights get a little bit heavier, I have a tendency to pull with my arms a little bit too much. That could mean either one, I'm pulling too early, or two, I'm just literally pulling too much. I'm relying too much on my arms. So he said to focus on getting height with my legs instead of pulling with my arms, and so that's something that I tried to do last Friday after he talked to me about my snatches on last Monday. I think it helped a lot, and then that's something that I was thinking about earlier today as well when I was going through the reps. So here's my third set of the snatch pull plus floating snatch pulls. I am honestly not quite too sure what I'm looking for in these. I think, like I just mentioned, that I'm trying to get height with my legs and then with my arms instead of pulling with my arms. So it's kind of like I'm trying to toe the line between what a panda pull is and then a regular snatch pull is. I'm not super sure again, like if I'm supposed to be doing that, but I think these are feeling a lot better than they have in the past. So I'm pretty happy with how it's going. Here's my last set. Here's the one I sent to Steve. Yeah, I'm getting pretty good height on the floating ones, which is I've never been able to do in the past. And so here I have the 3-position snatch pull with the 3-second hold at each. So first position is barely off the floor. Second position is below the knee. And then third position is at par position, but having my chest and my shoulders still over the bar. Steve said that this is going to be a really, 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 really good tool moving forward, and I can already see it. Like, I'm struggling with 80 kilos here, you know? Like, I can snatch this for instead of 5. I can power snatch that. Um, yeah, I don't know if you heard me in the video, but I am shaking. Like, I am visibly shaking. You can see that little vein around my right eye popping out. And that was only at 80. So here's my top set. I'm actually really proud of how this looks. One thing that I notice about these is that I have to really grip the floor with my feet. So it's not something I really think about, and I think maybe that's one of the things that will help me as a lifter as I progress to heavier weights. Maybe, I don't know. It's just not something I've ever explored, so I don't think it'll hurt. So hopefully that's something that is true in the future. And I moved into the overhead squat just to work up to it was 1 to 3 sets of 2 at 100. I basically didn't have any time, so I only did 1 set of 2. Ideally, I would have done 3 sets of 2 because I kind of like overhead squatting. It's like a different challenge than I'm used to. But again, I'm pretty happy with how the barbell work today is. After that, I did some pull-ups. I did 40 total pull-ups, and then the hanging leg raises for my abs. I did 3 sets of 15. This is a nice change up from last week's just mediocrity, and I'm pretty happy with how today went. It was a good training session. The guys in the gym today were fun. It was a good experience. So yeah, thank you for watching. Shoots.